Hi everyone, this is Patty from Metaphysical Insights, and today I'm going to be speaking on signs from our passed over loved ones. And you'll probably recognize most all of these, but I'm going to go through a list of them for you today and talk a little bit about it because some things people, may not know. And so the first one we're going to talk about is butterflies. And that's probably the most common because butterflies represent transformation. And that's exactly what's happened to our past over loved ones. They have transformed, from their physical body into their energy form. Okay. Then we have dragonflies, and I'm sure you have seen dragonflies. But let me go back to butterflies a little bit, just briefly. Sometimes, when we're walking or around somewhere and just out of the blue, a butterfly just flies by, and then they come close to us. They kind of fly right close to us and get really close, and you're like, oh my God, wow. Or they'll land on a plant or something close by, and they'll just sit there. That's Nobody's thinking, oh my God, it's so gorgeous. I was thinking about my mom or dad or loved one, and all of a sudden, look at this beautiful butterfly appears and comes right by me. That's, that they're there at that time. They just want to send you a message. Our loved ones try so hard to send us messages from, that great beyond, and sometimes we don't see it, and they'll just keep it up. They'll just keep it up until, we do recognize that sign, because they do, send them in different forms. The next one is dragonflies, and dragonflies in some cultures represent the carrying of ancestors, the passed over loved ones, and like I said, our ancestors, and they are within the dragonflies. And the dragonflies, another interesting situation. Say you're sitting on the freeway, you're in traffic, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, there's a dragonfly flying by your car, coming by your car, going past your windshield, like in the middle of the freeway or your highway, wherever you're located, or a road somewhere that could be desolate. All of a sudden, you see a dragonfly, come by. The loved one. It's not just some random, dragonfly or butterfly coming by. It's your loved ones trying to communicate with you. Feathers are another one. Feathers are dropped from, the sky, whatever color it is. It could be white, it could be black, it could be multicolored. And they're also signs from angels as well too. The angels are letting you know that they are around, and also your loved ones, because maybe, hey, your loved ones used to find feathers, or you love birds or like a certain kind of bird, and next thing you know, you find one of those feathers. It's just them again, another, one of their signs of trying to communicate with us. Then some people find pennies or dimes or some kind of denomination on the ground. Usually they're very shiny, right? They're like brand new. I know the ones I found, they're, they're like brand new. It's like you just got them from a bank or something, or they just stamped them out. It's a definite, sign as well too of our members, just, giving us signs. Sometimes they'll send a sign of, the the money situation, because maybe we're going through a financial hardship, or we're worried about money in some way, or how are we going to pay that bill, or I need to get a raise. It's a sign from them, knowing that they're there. They know, okay, what you're feeling and what you're going through and how you're feeling about that, subject of the finances. And that's, a sign to let you know that they're there with you, supporting you, and that, hey, you just may get either a raise or get some money, or the bill will be paid is saying don't worry about it. They're letting you know don't worry about it. Also, what I don't think people realize is take a look at the date on that penny or that dime or whatever you find. The number could be very significant. Sometimes it's the year of the birth of a particular person, or a special year, a special date, on that. So next time you find any kind of denomination on the street, take a look at the date on it. That's it's a sign as well too. And then birds, all of a sudden, like your loved ones passed away, and you get this bird or these birds that keep coming around. That is certainly a sign. And also, if your particular loved one loved a particular bird or something, you might start seeing that bird come around. Some people see like cardinals or just these beautiful or random birds that come by, out of nowhere, and the bird just keeps coming back and back and back. It's a sign from your loved one saying, "Hey, I'm here. It's me." There's also the scents, SCENTS, the smells. Okay, maybe they wore a particular perfume or cologne, or they like the smell of, a certain scented candle. You may come into your house and just smell that. Or you're somewhere, maybe you're riding in your car, or, you're out somewhere, and, you just smell it. Or someone walks by you and is wearing that perfume or cologne or, that spray, whatever it is. And, it's the same one as, your loved one wore. They're just trying to let you know that they're there. You have, you may come across something that's a unique stone, like a flat stone, a really jagged stone, or a very special shaped stone. A lot of people don't even know about this one. Yeah, I mean, you're walking, say you're hiking on a trail or something, say you're a hiker, and you don't have to be hiking, you could find it anywhere, but just for an example, you're a hiker and you're on a trail, there's all these, different, maybe there's different stones or rocks or whatever around, and plants and everything, and all of a sudden, this is really, you had just happened to come across this really, really odd shaped stone or rock or something. That's just your loved one letting you know that they're on this hike with you, or they're there with you at that time. It's cool. The most common is the dreams. Butterflies, but the dreams are the ones that they try and contact us, and they give like visitations, or called visitations within our dreams. Lots of times we can't remember our dreams. We wake up, we think, they were in our dreams, but we're not sure. We can't remember them. Or if we do remember them, they're in our dreams. They show us things. They speak to us. That's a visitation. They come mostly. It's easier for them. They come at night, because in our dreams, because that's when our mind is settled and we're not busy doing different things, because we can miss all the other signs. We're walking, we don't look down, but sometimes, they will cause us to look down, or looking at, hey, we're walking and we're looking at the flower over here, and all of a sudden, for some reason, we feel like, our intuition, we feel like telling us, someone says, look to the right, or we just look to the right, and oh my God, there's that sign, of one of these items. Okay, there it is. And unique kind of stones are one too. And dreams, they come into our dreams, and they speak to us in our dreams. They just want to say hi, just want to let you know that I'm okay, and I love you, and I'm with you. So that's another sign as well too. We have, interesting, this may freak a little people out. Okay, let me just get a drink here. This may freak some people out a little bit. there's movement of personal items, like in your house or even in your car, in your apartment, whatever you have. Say you have your keys, you always put them in a certain spot when you come home, you hang them up or whatever, or you put them in this little bowl, you just throw them down somewhere, or they're in your pocket, whatever, wherever you put your keys, for example. And then all of a sudden you got to go out and you go in that place that you always leave your keys, and they're gone. You're like, where are the keys, man? What I do? And you start looking all over, for these keys. They'll do little things like that, they'll move your personal items. It's like the craziest thing. Like, they do like a lot of cool things like that. And again, that might, like, scare some people, but that's the kind of stuff they do, where they'll move a dish around, or they'll move something, whatever it is. Doesn't have to be keys, it could be almost anything. Then we start hearing their voice. Okay, some people get signs. They can actually hear their loved one's voice. Not a lot of people can, but some people, they can. All of a sudden, they're alone in their house, or there's no one around to make sounds, or no dogs barking, or cats meowing, or whatever, monkeys jumping around. You hear them calling your name. You do. Let me give an example. When my dad passed away, I was sitting in their bedroom on their bed by myself. And my dad was in a hospital, and my mom was home from visiting him. And she was upstairs at my aunt's house. And all of a sudden, I hear Patty. I hear my name being called. And I was like, wow. I was really, really, really young. I was a teenager, and it was crazy. I heard him call my name as plain as day. So you can hear that. Some people actually hear their voice. And then some people get this one too. It's a flickering of the lights, or a light bulb will pop, or a light bulb will go out, or something. But you'll have this little flicker. I also feel too that they turn on electronics. They will turn on electronics. I'll give you another little example. When my mom passed away, it was like, I think like a day after she passed away or something. We were at her house. My niece was in her kitchen. My mom had this radio in the kitchen, and we weren't there. We were outside or something. And my mom doesn't leave radios on. She never left radios on. Her boyfriend still lived there. He doesn't ever leave radios on. They didn't leave TVs going. They didn't do any of that stuff. Everything was like, my mom believed in shutting everything down before she went out. That kind of stuff. Or if she wasn't in the room watching something, she would shut it off. So my niece said the radio came on. Like, the radio came on. And so they can do that too. That might freak some people out as well too. But those things can happen as well. Some, and with the lights, flickering, they work through electricity, because we're energy. Remember, we could do almost anything here. And then some people we just kind of sense their presence. You just kind of like, mom around or something, or my dad, or my grandmother or grandfather, my friend, and my cousin, brother, I just feel they're here with me. They are. You're not feeling that for no good reason. They are there. That's another sign. They're letting you know that they're right there with you. I'm in the car, I'm driving, and all of a sudden I feel like you have to look over in the passenger seat or in the back, and you just, you may not see them, but you just feel like they're with you. They are. Then we have like seeing like those angel numbers. You'll see like those double digits, triple digits, things like that. Those are signs too. They're not just angel numbers. Our loved ones will actually try and contact us with those random numbers like that, and they're usually like like the 111 or 4 ones or something like that, or 444, 333, 222, things like that. Some angel numbers. You'll see it repetitively. What I'm saying? It'll be repetitive when you see that. Like, God, I said that again today. I looked on the clock, it was that. Or, oh my God, in my car, the car clock said that. Or, I went to the store and, my register, receipt said 222 on it, or, whatever. That's them. That's them just letting you know. If you look up the angel numbers, they mean certain things, so you can look that up. But if you're not, into that, and you just see those repetitive numbers showing up like that, it's just them trying to contact you. It's just them, hi, I'm here. Just want to say hey. And then there's music. Okay, maybe their favorite song, something special like that, that that they loved, and all of a sudden you turn on the radio and it's the song on, or you're in your car, you turn on the radio, their favorite song, or you're on the internet and somebody posts a video, and they loved that video or they loved that song. That's another sign. They're just trying to get to us. And here's the last one that I have. And people sometimes think, oh, there's something wrong. But sometimes you'll get a ringing in your ear or both ears. You're like, I've never had anything wrong with me before. I keep getting this like sound. It's like a ringing. It's not like a telephone ringing. It's almost like a fog, or it's a weird thing. You know what that feeling is in your ear, and you almost like can't hear out of that ear. They're trying to speak to you, but their vibration is so high, and our vibration is so low. So somehow, when especially like mediums speak to them, and can hear, especially me when I could hear them, my vibration rises higher, and theirs may come a little lower. It hasn't come a little lower, so I can understand their words. The average person cannot. So they're just hearing that ring in their ears, so they can't hear the words that our loved ones are trying to tell us. But that's another sign. So if you don't, obviously, okay, if you have nothing wrong with your ears, you don't have some kind of medical condition with your ears, that could be your loved ones just trying to make contact with you. It's the coolest thing. It really is. So if they can't get you through dreams, they're going to send you some other kind of sign. And with the lights flickering and the radio and different stuff like that, with electronics and some crazy things happen like that, sometimes they like to just mess with us. If they just move a personal item, sometimes they just want to have a little fun with us, especially if they were little jokesters, and when they were on the earthly plane, they had a really good sense of humor, oh, I'm getting cold chills. Boy, they are confirming for me for sure. And it's so true. They will come through and they will just tease us. They will mess with us, especially if they like pulled pranks on us when they were alive. We have loved ones that did that. You'll get that, and they'll do those funny things like that with the lights or the radio, or any moving your objects within your house, or they can even move clothes. They'll take them off the hangers. They'll do some really funny things. They'll do some crazy things. So don't get so freaked out when those kind of things happen to you. Just kind of go, okay, hey, Uncle Jim, good to see you. I know it's you. Ha ha ha. Just kind of enjoy it. And when we take our walks, kind of like be mindful of your surroundings. Okay, when you walk, because sometimes there could be a butterfly or a dragonfly or a bird come by or whatever, a feather drop in, you don't even see it. But when they really, really want you to see it, I mean, sometimes, like I said, for some reason, your intuition says you turn your head and it's there, or literally a feather will drop down from like nowhere. I have had that happen. I'm not kidding. Literally a feather, like a white feather, would just float down. One day, I'll give this real quick example. One day I walked out my door, and then we have the driveway like right there, and then there's the parking in the back. It's the asphalt driveway. I kid you not. There were tons and tons of little tiny white feathers, as if a bunch of birds came by, and all these little feathers just fell out of them. They were all over the driveway. I think I took a picture. This is on my old phone I have. I took a picture of that because I couldn't believe it. It was such a beautiful sign from, I took that as a beautiful sign from my loved ones, and from the angels, that the angels are there with me during times, because I remember going through some, emotional times and stuff, and I just couldn't believe my eyes. Even though I know all this stuff, it's still a sight to see. So be mindful, when you see, stuff like that. Kind of look around. You don't have to go and start looking for things. I'm saying that you don't want to do that, but just be aware of your surroundings. You're going to step out in the street, look down a little bit. Hey, maybe there's a dime, or a penny or something. Your loved one's trying to just say, hey, just want to say hi, that I love you. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to do a little video on signs because I've been asked about that, or is it really my loved ones? When I see this, is it them? I'm not saying every minute your lights flicker, I'm saying, that kind of thing, common sense. Sometimes if the bulb is bad, it's going to flicker and it's going to go out, but you know what I'm talking about. If the bulb is fine and you start getting this little flickering and stuff like that, and hey, if your radio's turned off, okay, and it turns on, okay. Don't think it's, ghosts, unless you live in a haunted house or have some evil spirits. I'm saying mostly it's, our loved ones just kind of wanting to say hi. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I loved making this. I love signs. I do. I love signs. I see signs all the time. And it just lets me know that my beautiful angels and guides and, all in heaven, my loved ones, that they're there. And they're with me, and that they've never left me, and that they always want to let me know that they love me and they're around me all the time. Just know that yours are too. Okay, have a beautiful day, you guys. Take care.